is a future, the final push to glory, to follow in the steps of those before me. For nation, for club, for coaches who've led, the final step on the block, Olympic dreams ahead.
Our pool is a classroom, life and death lessons, unrivaled. Floating, gliding, but in learning laughter, a touch of water, first steps to survival.
That 3 boys, aged 11, 10 and 8 have died.
Father has told Sky News of the awful moment his wife and son died in Loch Lomond on Saturday.
But what if the pool closed nearest to me? Would she be free to swim in the sea?
Would my club close to the loss of a nation?
A community broken for a whole generation.
A lifetime stolen of body and soul.
Laughter faded like a memory, an echo.
Life skills vanished, education unfinished. Our children, a statistic, our lives diminished.
Our pools are for all abilities, ages, from cradle to grave and in between stages, for the health of the nation and life skills schools. Our message is simple.
If our pools.
For anyone new joining, welcome back for everyone else. This is Aberdeen Sports Village, day 2 of our Scottish National Age Group Championships. This is session 5, the afternoon of Sunday, where we have our 11 to 14-year-old age group swimmers taking part. So welcome everyone from all parts Scotland, UK and further afield for joining us. Hope you've enjoyed what we've had to present you the first 4 sessions, and that's the afternoon programme ahead. I'm Robert Taylor. With me is Jackie Smith.
Good afternoon and welcome everybody joining us. As Robert's just said, we've had a very exciting morning with some very close finishes, haven't we, Robert? And some upsets. You just think that you could identify the first place and then up the back, up alongside and overtaking. We've had swimmers finish touching the wall first, just because they've timed their swim perfectly. So it's great, and we're looking forward to a good evening of finals. And I have absolutely no doubt that our 11 to 14-year-olds are going to add to that exciting program for this evening. But first, as you say, we're going to proceed with session 5 and the heats.
So no 50s for any of the swimmers for the younger age groups. We start with 200 breaststroke for the females, 200 butterfly male and open, 100 back female and male and open, 400 freestyle and a 400 IM for the ladies to finish. The first 3 events will be heats with finals for those 3 events in the evening. Because it's the younger age group, our 400 free and our 400 individual medley are not heat declared the winners. They will actually be straight through to the final announcement of a 1, 2, 3. So those will be presented later on this afternoon after each of these events take place. So both of those 400s are actually heat declared the winners. We then finish with a 11 to 13-year-old 4x100 relay for the girls. So a lot to look forward to, Jackie.
We have indeed, haven't we? Very full, 2 almost full pools of relays this afternoon as well at the end of the session, as you were just talking about there. And so the first heat is about to start for this afternoon.
And as we mentioned yesterday, if you have a swim in a final or you've managed to be in the top 10 in that event, you score points for your team. 13 for first, 11 for second, 9 for third, 7 for fourth, 6, 5, 4, right down to 10th, you get a point. Really, points are doubled. So the points are all accumulated for each swimmer into their respective clubs, and we end up with the top 10 clubs after the 5 days. Currently after day 1, position is equal 10th, Carnegie and East Lothian swim teams, both with 51. In 9th place, Wren 96 with 55. Dumfries are in 8th with 72. South Ayrshire in 7th with 79. Perth City on 97. 5th, Stirling Swimming 103. South Lanarkshire in 4th, 110. Top 3, University of Aberdeen Performance 145. 2nd, City Glasgow 209. And a good bit clear at this early stage by 40 points. Onderbass 249 and a half. So that's where we are after day 1. Afternoon of day 2, we kick off with quite a number of heats for the girls. 200 breast, 7 in total. Heat 1, just the 3 go in this one. In lane 2, we have Freya Allen from the Highland Swim Team. In 4, Mila Parker from Perth City. And in 5, Hayley McNiven, Warner Bass Club. So this is age 11 to 14. As we mentioned yesterday, Jackie, it's a big ask for an 11-year-old to qualify for Scottish national age groups. You get a few 12-year-olds, but it's mostly probably about 90%, 85-90% of the swimmers are probably in the 13-year-old category.
Yes, that's that.
But there is an opportunity for some really good 12-year-olds maybe to get into the final. We had a few of them in the final last night. We've got a 12-year-old in this one in lane 3, Free Allen from the Highland Swim Team. And she's taken it out quite nicely, 44 seconds, just ahead of Mila Parker, 44.22. And Free Allen from the Highland swim team. Going very nicely indeed. Fourth at the age group championships. But, it's as we were after the first 50. Freya, Mila and Daly. Is that gap a bit bigger now? Virtually 50 seconds. See, she's swimming a little bit faster than the other two girls. 1:33.8. So if she can come back with sort of a couple of 50-ish times, we're going to be in the mid-teens. She's got an entry time of 3:17.30. So she's pacing somewhere around that pace, Jackie. And these will almost certainly be short course conversions. These youngsters may not have swam at district level, but got times in short course pools, which qualifies them with a conversion to qualify for this championship. It might well be their first opportunity of swimming a 50-metre pool, and when they get on that block, they'll think, God, that's a hell of a long way to go.
It is, no turns in the middle of it. So
2:25, 26, just over 50 seconds. So we're very much on our entry time, a long course entry time that is. All these girls will, in theory, do PBs since it's their first swim, I'm sure, in a long course pool. Pretty close now between the other two girls, Mila and Ailey. But you've got a nice headshot of our leader, with that thistle on the cap of the Highland swim team. Very close for second. Ailey might get up for second, but let's see, keep an eye on the clock. That's a really very, very nice swim. 3:17.61. And the other two girls almost together. Ailey just takes second, 3:23.15. Mila 3:23.38. Well, nice to see the other two girls having a very good contest and desperate to not be third in that race.
indeed, yes. Nice to see that at the end there. So we move on to Heat 2 in lane 0. We have Esme Anderson, the University of Aberdeen performance. In lane 1, Sophie Breeman from Ethan. Is that how you pronounce that, Robert? Erin Long from Ren 96 goes in lane 2. Lane 3, Anna Wilson, Inverclyde. Lane 4, Carly Watson, St Thomas. Lane 5, Reva Wang, City of Glasgow. 6, Lexi Crosby, Milngay and Bearsden. 7, Lara West, Geary. 8, Neve Shields, South Lanarkshire. And 9, Ava Swarbrick, Carnegie. So we do have three 12-year-olds going in this. Erin Long, Lexi Crosby and Ava Swarbrick. But the rest of the field are all 13 years of age. And they've entered on 3:11 through to 3:16. Carly Watson posted the fastest time there. As Robert has referred to, we're not sure whether this will be long course or a short course conversion. Tends to be definitely a short course conversion when you've got 0-0 in the final two columns, I think, however, Robert, isn't it? So, going into the first turn of this 200-metre breaststroke, it's Lara West leading ahead of Lexi Crosby, and in turn Reva Wang, 41.80 there. So just over 2 seconds faster than the previous heat. But it is Lara West. So Lara, the Geary swimmer.
Thanks, Jackie. This could change drastically throughout the whole race.
Yes. I think if we look, we can see in the middle of the pool there, we've got a number of girls, lanes 3, 4, 5, 7, all in a line in behind our leader, swimming there in lane 6. Lexi Crosby now, the Milngay and Bearsden swimmer, turning there in a 1:28.48, or 1:30 for the girls in behind her. So what can she do? Can she hold them at bay? If she does, then it's all about second and third place in this heat. So Lexi Crosby, 12 years of age. She took first place at the West District Championships in this and second at the Forth Valley Trident's meet, the pre-snags meet. And Lexi continues to lead now ahead of Anna Wilson, Carly Watson, Reva Wang.
Again, most of these times short course conversions, Jackie, so let's hope that they can get inside the entry time if possible.
That's what they'll be looking to do this afternoon, but Lexi has turned. She's heading now 2:16. She's got 4-second advantage over Reva Wang from City of Glasgow there, up into second place. Reva in leading ahead of Carly Watson, St Thomas, but it's really tight and a battle now. Reva has the advantage for second place, but let's watch lane 3. Moving through nicely, the Inverclyde swimmer Anna Wilson. Inverclyde produced some good breaststrokers, and Anna looks like she's going to take the advantage now. But it's the Milngavin Bears Den swimmer Lexi Crosby who will take this. Entered on a 3:14, looking to get under that, and she's certainly going to do that this afternoon. Finishing there in a 3:04.28, a cracking swim from the Milngavin Bears Den swimmer Lexi Crosby. Second place goes to the Inverclyde's Anna Wilson in a time of 3:08.35, and it's City of Glasgow Reva Wang who takes third place in a 3:09.96.
Yeah, very good swim from all three girls, and maybe even down to Carly Watson in fourth place on a 3:11. That may well be good enough for those four to get into the 13-year-old final. The winner was only 12, and a commanding victory.
It was indeed. She's a very confident swim by the 12-year-old from Milngavin Bears Den there.
Three swimmers under 3:10, so that probably might be good enough for the three of them to get into the final this evening. Quite a number of 13-year-olds still to come. But, some 14-year-olds go in heat number 3. 0. Alia Wilson, Perth City. 1. Leah Sandilands, South Main. 2. Maureen Baird from the Broch. 3. Olivia Gavin, Milngavin Bears Den. 4. Audrey Turner, Warner Baths Club. 5. Holly Warburton from Preston. 6. Evie Clark, Trojan. 7. Ellie Brown, Falthouse Penguins. 8. Holly Hutchison, South Lanarkshire. And 9. Kiva Vick, Warner Baths Club. 13-year-olds in 0, 1, 2, 8 and 9. The rest are 14-year-olds. And one of our 13-year-olds out strongly. Marvin Baird from the Broch. 40.86. Evie Clark over in lane 6, leading 14-year-old so far. And Ellie Brown in lane 7, close behind in third. Those three at the moment.
Yes, the first 14-year-olds to be swimming this afternoon, actually, Robert, in this breaststroke final, appearing in this one. So whoever wins this up, the 14-year-olds will be laying down the marker for those coming afterwards to beat. But,
two girls over in 6 and 7 now beginning to take it up. It's Ellie Brown. We just changed. This advantage with her at the 100 mark. Evie Clark, Maureen Baird, Holly Warburton in fourth place. Two girls in 7 and 6. Just trying to extend their advantage from the rest of the field. Marvin Baird still going well in lane 2. And Holly Warburton challenging for third. But our leader looks as though she's pulling away a wee bit more, Ellie Brown. Fifth at Scottish Schools in a 3:08.20. So the Falthouse Penguin swimmer with a commanding advantage now, and really has picked up the pace significantly. We will be looking at a time maybe just a little bit over the 3-minute mark here if she can finish extremely strongly, and she's powering down the final 25 metres. So as you can see, the penguins on the cap for Falthouse. And Ellie Brown, she's just a fraction over the 3 minutes. 3:01, great swim, 0.23. Second in lane 6, Evie Clark, 3:06.31, and a very solid swim from Maureen Baird, 13-year-old, 3:09.59. Paula Warburton, fourth. I'll just wait for that to be confirmed. But well done to Ellie Brown. Just a little bit over the 3-minute mark. Nice PB for her. 3:01.23 is the time showing. Might be a minor delay just confirming those times. There we have it. Evie Brown, Ellie Brown, Evie Clark and Morven Baird are first three home.
Moving on to heat 4. So in lane 0, Kayla Sinclair, Bankery. Lane 1, Lucy Carslaw, Warren de Baths. 2, Jessica Thomas, Highland. 3, Eva McCartney, Hamilton Aquatics. 4, Lauren Bassendale, Huntley. 5, Emma Patterson, City of Glasgow. 6, Belle Adamson, Carnegie. 7, Grace Taylor, Alfred Otter. 8, Sandy Keddy, Cumbernauld. And 9, Hannah McMillan, North Ayrshire. So we were talking this morning about how some of the clubs changed their caps for the swimmers who have qualified for this event, which is great to see. And in particular, we were talking about Cumbernauld. So you can see again. Sandy Keddy over there in lane 8. She's got a sort of purpley cap on, which is pretty confusing because I'm used to seeing her in the water with the bright yellow cap of Cumbernauld. But it's great to see her. So Grace Taylor takes the field into the first turn in a 41.56. Sandy Keddy, as we were just speaking about, the Cumbernauld swimmer, in second place there, and Eva McCartney in third. So coming really nicely there in the orange cap there is Eva McCartney, and moving, just having the advantage, I think, ahead of City of Glasgow's Emma Patterson. So we've seen a bit of a change here, and it will be that orange cap that will lead the field into the turn. 100 metres completed. Emma Patterson just right in beside Eva.
Yeah, young lady from
Eva
McCartney.
Aquatics. Hamilton Aquatics.
She's going very nicely, isn't she now? Emma Patterson.
She is, yes.
Chasing her in second place. Those two just beginning to pull away, Jackie.
They are indeed, yes. And trying to make sure that they don't. They're in lane 1. Lucy Carslaw, fourth at the halfway mark there, now up into third. Possibly under pressure for that from lane 4. Lauren Bassendale. Lane 7, Grace Taylor, going into the 150. It's the Hamilton Aquatics swimmer. Eva McCartney, 2:15.87. Emma Patterson, 2:17.01 in behind her. Grace Taylor in third, 2:19.02. Can anything change as the City of Glasgow? Emma Patterson comes right up alongside Eva McCartney. This is a battle for first place here between these two swimmers. Goes up. Here we go. Emma Patterson, 14 years of age, up against Eva McCartney, Hamilton Aquatics, also 14 years of age, both pushing each other as we come down to the closing meters here. think this will go to City of Glasgow's Emma Patterson. She'll get this. She does indeed, ahead of Hamilton Aquatics' Eva McCartney. And third place goes to Grace Taylor of Alfred Otter, the only 12-year-old in that heat there. Good swim by all girls there. And certainly a 12-year-old I think we'll see in the final at the moment on the strength of that time. It's a really good swim by her.
Yeah, it gives them every chance of being in the final if they're pushing close to their entry time. Not everyone is doing that, Jackie, as we've found.
Indeed.
So we move on to the 5th of the 7 heats. This is the first of the seeded heats, Jackie. So all the action ought to be in the middle lanes, but it never ever turns out that way, especially with the youngsters. Heidi Addison in 0 from South Lanarkshire. Her teammate Ilsa Chan in 1. Abby Crabe, University of Aberdeen Performance in 2. Ava Smith from Geary goes in lane number 3. In 4, Bern Ashakov from Hamilton Aquatics. 5 is Olivia Davies from Midlothian. 6, Sylvie McNichol from Glenrothes. 7, Rona Kariuki from the East Lothian swim team. Our teammate Celia Blair, just 12. And the youngest one with the fastest entry time, the youngest 12-year-old, is an 8. 9 is Isabel Batter from Amersham. I think Amersham is Buckinghamshire.
I think you're correct, yes.
Just on the outskirts of
just
London.
in and around
nice wee
there.
village just outside the M25. So nice to see Isabella coming up to the meet. And, it's a 12-year-old, Celia Blair, 40.23, showing the older ones how to do this. Now
They
coming through
certainly are,
strongly
and,
is the Geary swimmer who's had a good day yesterday, Eva Smith, 1:25.22. The Hamilton Aquatics swimmer, Bern Ashakov, 1:26.04. Close behind. Third place is Sylvie McNichol. Well, it's tightening up. There's a handful of swimmers all there or thereabouts. Olivia Davis coming through from 7th to get herself very much into the mix here. At the moment, advantage still with Eva and Beren, 1 and 2. Let's see if Eva can hang on here down the final stretch. 1, 2, 10, 72, 11, 51. Well, very little in it. Olivia Davis has certainly pulled up on the rest of them, but she's got a lot to do as Beren now gets to work down the final stretch. The 13-year-old from Hamilton Aquatics is just upsides Eva Smith, and Eva Smith has a real contest on her hands now to try and take the heat. Giving it everything, both girls. I think Eva's just going to hang on and take this one, but it is going to be very tight. Eva Smith comes home to take the heat, just ahead of Beren and Olivia. Good swim from her. In third, we'll wait for the time for Olivia. Eva's 2:55.41, 2:55.87 for Beren and Olivia. 2:58.96. So Nicole 2:59.63 in 4th place, and bang on 3 minutes, Rona Kariuki. Don't see that very often.
No, you don't, but that's what it is. That's what she did.
So all 5 girls may have a reasonably good chance of getting into this evening's final on that performance.
So moving on to the penultimate heat now. Heat 6 in lane 0, we have Grace Lumsden from Scotia. Lane 1, Libby Tweedy, Geary. Lane 2, Charlotte Shanks, Bells Hill Sharks. Lane 3, Abby Coventry, Morpeth. 4, Maddie Hall, Warren de Baths. 5, Anna Jackson, Kinross. 6, Charlotte Hewitt, Warren de Baths. 7, Megan Ferris, Cumbernauld. 8, Isla Stewart, Warren de Baths. And 9, Sophie Haining, Bellshill Sharks. So these 13 and 14-year-olds here. Oh, I've got one 13-year-old. That's the Cumbernauld swimmer, Megan Ferris, I beg your pardon. So the entry times into this 2:49 through to 3:05. So a bit of a spread. But at the moment, going into the first turn, we have 4 girls, I think, pretty much in a line there. Lanes 2, 3, 4, and 5. Charlotte Shanks, Abby Coventry, Maddie Hall, and Anna Jackson. Maddie Hall had the advantage there ahead of Abby Coventry. Charlotte Shanks in behind, and Anna Jackson in 4th place there. But it is pretty tight between these girls. We need to keep an eye on what's happening over there in lane 8 as well. Isla Stewart swimming really very well there. Isla Stewart, the Warren de Bath swimmer, in that distinctive red cap. So coming through nicely. I think Isla possibly has got herself certainly up into 4th place, take the advantage now over the Bellshill Shark swimmer, Charlotte Shanks. So turning first, Maddie Hall. 2nd, Abby Coventry, Anna Jackson, and it is Charlotte Shanks who's just holding off Isla Stewart there at the halfway mark. Good response to the challenge from the Bellshill Shark swimmer, Charlotte Shanks. It is very tight there in the middle of the pool, lanes 3 and 4. Maddie Hall, Abby Coventry. Abby is pushing Maddie all the way, and they've come up alongside. Abby has come up alongside Maddie now. So we'll watch going into the final turn. Looks like it'd be Abby Coventry, I think, is possibly going to get this. No, she's still just in behind Maddie Hall. Anna Jackson right in behind, and Charlotte Shanks in 4th place at the turn there. Good turn there,
very good
however.
Turn from Abby, though.
Very good turn from Abby. And so we've got almost 3 girls in a row here. Lane 3's Abby Coventry, Maddie Hall, and Anna Jackson. And it's Abby Coventry who has this. Abby Coventry, the Morpeth swimmer. She's moved ahead. She's got half a body length ahead. Can the other girls react to that? I don't think if they can, they've not got enough water left. And that 1st place goes to Morpeth's Abby Coventry in over 2:54.19, taking that from Warren de Bath's Maddie Hall. And in 3rd place, Anna Jackson from Kinross. Good heat there, girls. The lead was changing. The leader being challenged all the way, and we saw an upset towards the end there as the Morpeth swimmer takes that in a 2:54.19.
All 3 girls 14, and Millie Serrell coming in the next one, along with Lula Milne, another 2 14-year-olds. So this has the makings, Jackie, tonight of being a cracking final.
It does indeed, yes.
And, it was said before, a good cross-section of clubs, big and small. That one there, Kinross, a wee club in the Midlands district. Anna Jackson, great performance from her, Midlands champion. And finishing 3rd, and she might fancy her chances mixing up with the other girls tonight and trying to get on the podium. So see how this one goes. Olivia Bowler, Heart of Midlothian in 0. 1 is Katie Ray from Geary. 2 is Tallulah Kay from Preston. 3, Maddie Marco, Guildford City. 4, Millie Serrell, Geary. 5, Lula Milne, City of Glasgow. 6 is Kadeen Salmon from Poole. 7, Amelia Harrison, Lancing College. 8, Lillian Blair, Finns. And 9, Heidi Shaw from Ren 96. Strong start in lane 4. Geary swimmer, bronze medalist in this last year, winner at the Scottish Schools recently. She is on paper coming into the championships fastest entry. But it's what you do in the water. And she's out extremely strongly indeed. Lula Milne fairway back in second, and Lula's no slouch either. But this is a cracking start from Millie. Going well, Jackie.
She is indeed. Look at that stroke long. Really pushing herself through the water, gaining that ground from the rest of the field. Millie Sell, 1:18.72. She's got what, just a 5-second lead, I think, at the moment, Robert?
Yeah, that's an amazing start. The third swimmer, Maddie Markle, winner at the Surrey Championships and finalist last year as a 12-year-old. She's only 13, so she's got the Hamilton lass to come up against, assuming that everything goes fine for her in this, and she qualifies for the final. At the moment, Millie Serrell embarrassingly miles clear of the rest of the field, 2:02.7. Well, that's some 6 seconds faster, and if she can replicate this in the final, it's all done and dusted.
It's a really great swim from her,
Really
isn't it, Millie?
Yeah, on paper, she's 9 seconds faster than Maddie Houle, and she's certainly showing why she's as fast than the rest of the swimmers.
She's continuing to move away from the field as she comes into the closing meters now.
Well, the other girls are sort of 250-ish.
There we are.
2:45.21, and Maddie Markle coming through 2:53.84. Very good swim from her. Lula Milne 2:54.70. Well, it might all be about silver and bronze in the 14-year-old category if we get this replicated from Millie tonight. A good swim from Maddie Markle. That might give the Hamilton Aquatics girl something to go for tonight. Just wait for that result to be confirmed, and then we'll move on to the next event. That's the 200 metres butterfly for male and open. As that looks to be the confirmed result. Millie Serrell from Maddie Markle. And third place, Lula Milne. We'll give you the finalists shortly. We'll just.
So this is event 222, the male and open 11 to 14 200 metre butterfly. We have 4 heats for you this afternoon. This is heat 1 in lane 1, Mikolai Kalina, University of Aberdeen Performance. Lane 2, Taylor Gibson, Montrose. 3, Cole Gray from Finns. 4, Kyle Martin, City of Glasgow. 5, Daniel McClellan, University of Aberdeen Performance. 6, Kerr Martin, City of Glasgow. 7, Guy Johnson, Heart of Midlothian. And 8, Ethan Roddy, City of Glasgow. So we're looking at tires, only 1 sub 3 minutes here, and that's posted by the 13-year-old from City of Glasgow, Kyle Martin. 2:58.70. But good start there by lane 1's Mikolai Kalina in 35.92, leading Taylor Gibson and Kyle Martin respectively. Just away from the pool for a moment, I'll give you the finalists for the 11 to 13 200 metre breaststroke. Maddie Markle, Berin Isaacog, Sylvie McNichol, Katie Salmond, Megan Ferris, Lexi Crosby, Celia Blair, Grace Taylor, Lillian Blair, and Anna Wilson, with our reserves being Morven Baird and Ariva Wang. So moving moving that through, and we can see the 14-year-old finalists: Millie Searle, Abby Coventry, Maddie Hall, Lula Milne, Anna Jackson, Ava Smith, Olivia Davis, Veronica Karaoke, Charlotte Shanks and Isla Stewart, with our reserves being Ellie Brown and Abby Crabe. So back to the pool, and it is still lane 1, Mikolai Kalina, the University of Aberdeen performance swimmer, leading there ahead of Kyle Martin and Cole Gray.
Well, we've had penguins in the water already. We've now got a seal.
A seal. Excellent.
Yeah, Montrose Seals.
Montrose Seals. That's their full name, is it?
Yeah,
Montrose Seals. Fantastic.
And we've also had an otter. We've also had Kinross.
We've had an otters as well, haven't we?
Yeah,
yes, that's right. Yes, it's sometimes a shame that the full name of the clubs do not appear on the start sheets, but
and we'll have Sharks as well.
Sharks, yes, that's right. So back in the pool, and it's now lane 4. Kyle Martin, City of Glasgow, leading ahead of Mikolai Kalina. The City of Glasgow swimmer Kyle Martin has a kind of substantial lead now, couple of body lengths ahead of lane 1's University of Aberdeen performance, Mikolai Kalina. And that goes to Kyle Martin in a 2:56.45, 2:59.57 for Mikolai Kalina, and in third place we see Kerr Martin in a 2:59.87.
Just waiting on Ethan Roddy and Taylor Gibson.
Coming in just now.
Well done, fellas.
There we go.
Great. Just wait for that to be confirmed. We'll move on.
And there's your confirmation.
That's it.
So we're moving on to second of the 4 heats. Over to you, Robert.
Okay. 0, we have Nikki Kalamakis from City Glasgow, teammate Callan Chesser in 1, 2 Lucas Searles, Heart of Midlothian, 3 Blair Tetlow Geary, 4 Sam Ruff, City Glasgow, 5 Rhys Ferguson, Rain 96, 6 Alec Yakovidis from Inverclyde. In lane 7, Ethan Pate, Finns, 8 Seth Hamilton, Leatherhead, and 9 Miller Hampton Turner, Wander Bass Club. Well, they're coming from all parts of England, Leatherhead and Surrey as well. So a very strong start in this one. This, of course, is a seeded heat, last 3 heats. So all the action should, in theory, be in the middle lanes, and Sam Ruff out strongly is the fastest in this heat. Lucas Searles, Blair Tetlow not far behind. Rhys Ferguson, Ethan Pate in 5 and 7. Very much in the mix at the moment. But our leader, Sam Ruff, out very strongly indeed. 2:31.61 entry time. And already trying to dominate this one. He's about 4 seconds faster than the second swimmer. Lucas Searles, Blair Tetlow, you can see a 37, a 30, a 39, a 40 for swimmers first, second, third and fourth. So our leader pulling away down the penultimate 50. The Hearts boy, Lucas Searles, going fairly well. In lane 2 though, best of the rest. Our leader not going to get caught now. Rhys Ferguson trying to challenge Lucas for that second place. It's Sam with 50 to go, 1:47.88. Another 38 would bring him in something around the mid 220s. And that would be a nice improvement on the 2:31.61. That's where his time comes from the West District Championships at the Rowan Baths. Bronze medalist in this last year, and he'll hope to go at least one better in the final if he can. A nice swim from Sam, 2:27.50. The Hart swimmer, Lucas Searles, very nice swim from him, 2:33.85. And Rhys Ferguson finishing in third, 2:38.42. Those times, hopefully for them, will be good enough to get into finals this evening. Just the final swimmer, Seth Hamilton from Leatherhead to complete. And in he comes. Just wait for confirmation. And there we have it. Well done, Sam.
And this is heat 3, lane 0, Joshua McCluskey from Kilmarnock, 1, Conan Kilpatrick, Carnegie, 2, Fraser Vass, Highland, 3, Yasin Hattab, Dumfries, 4, Andrew Liu, Stepbrook, 5, Adam Gibson, Geary, 6, Hayden Robson Burrell, Derwent Side and Gateshead, Fraser Oliver, Carnegie, it goes in lane 7, lane 8, Harry Stutchfield, Warren de Baths, and 9, Aidan Downey, University of Aberdeen Performance. And putting himself right out in front at this very early stage, we see this, the step rock swimmer Andrew Liu there in lane 4, already commanding a substantial lead over the field into the first turn there in a 29.81. And Yasin Hattab, the Dumfries swimmer, 33.61. So we're looking already at a 4-second, just under a 4-second advantage for our leader. Right. Long way to go, of course, but it is a really good start for this step rock swimmer, Andrew Liu, looking to get himself a good lane in the final this evening. So I think this is really all going to be about second and third place here. As Dumfries is Yasin Hattab, he will turn second in behind Andrew Liu. Andrew 1:05.08 at the halfway mark there. So Yasin 1:11.59. So is the gap between first and second is increasing as this race progresses. Third place we see Fraser Oliver and fourth Fraser Vass. But they are tightening up for third place at the moment. Whether any of the boys in behind the two leaders can do anything to close the gap or not remains to be seen. They're certainly not going to catch the leader, Andrew Liu. He's going into the final turn now. Yasin Hattab, he will follow him into the final turn. Keep an eye, 1:44.33. 1:50.97. So Yasin's made a little bit of ground, but not enough to get anywhere close to our leader, I think. Who's coming down with just about half a length to go. 1 and 2 certainly will be Andrew Liu and Yasin Hattab, with potentially a battle going on for third place, but at the moment that advantage lies with lane 7, Aidan Robson Burrell, the swimmer from Derwent Side and Gateshead. I'm not sure if anybody's going to be able to catch him, but into the wall, finishing in first, 2:27.10 for Andrew Liu. Yasin Hattab in behind him in a 2:32 exactly, and it is the Derwent Side and Gateshead swimmer, Conan. I beg your pardon, it's not. It's the Carnegie swimmer, Conan Kilpatrick, who takes third. That was a late charge there because I was convinced that the third place was going to go over the other side of the pool there. But good swim by our third place there, Fraser Oliver, and the disqualification in lane 8 for a technical infraction. So another.
Carnegie's Fraser Oliver just ahead of his counterpart, Conan Fitzpatrick. So the two 14-year-olds might get in the final with those times. Our final heat. Finn Carter, University of Aberdeen Performance in 0. 1 Nate Uppington, Ren 96. 2 Jensen Basketer from City Glasgow. 3 Emmeline Guyses, Aberdeen Dolphins. 4 is Charlie Braid, Ren 96. 5, Oliver McElwraith, Cumbernauld out smartly. 6, Max Clark, South Ayrshire. 7, Angus Donald, Wonder Bass Club. 8 is Caleb Gray from Finns. And 9, Glenn Geddes, University of Aberdeen Performance. Well, coming through now is Charlie Braid, Ren 96. Possibly just to take it up. So at the first 50, little between the swimmers in the middle lanes, 32-39. Oliver McElwraith just ahead of Charlie and Emmeline. Barely half a second between those 3 boys. And now Charlie gets to work. Runner-up in this event last year behind Andrew Lew. And Samuel Ruff was 3rd, so we have the 1, 2, 3 potentially will go head to head this evening. If Charlie comes through this unscathed, he's leading 109.41. Much slower than Andrew Lew, but Andrew really, I wouldn't say died in the second half, but went significantly slower. 109.51 was the split for the second heat. This was a bit more even pace, similar to this one. So something around the 147 or thereabouts would be similar to what Sam Ruff did. Now it's a wee bit faster, but it's also slower by over 2 seconds than Andrew Lew. Charlie Braid clear of Oliver McElwraith, Cumbernauld swimmer who was 4th in this last year, and a fair way back on Charlie now. Very close for 3rd, just Jenskin Basketer from Emmeline Guyses. Well, this is actually a very good swim here for Charlie. Much better control on pace. 2:23.62. That will give him pole position in the 14-year-olds. Oliver 2:29.43. The second, Emmeline Guyses just gets into 3rd place ahead of Jensen. 2:37.24 against 2:37.76. So that concludes the 200 butterfly. That result on your screen. That now confirmed. Well done to Charlie. Nice swim from you to take that one and give yourself pole position for this evening's final. Reece Ferguson, Odin Robson-Burrow, Alec Yakovidis, Glenn Geddes, Nicky Kalmakis, Milo Hampton-Turner, Finn Carter, Aidan Downey, Kyle Martin, Mikolai Kalina, that's the finalists, and Kerr Martin, Joshua McCluskey are 2 reserves in the 13-year-old category. Our 14-year-old category, Charlie Braid, Andrew Lew, Sam Ruff, Oliver McElwraith, Yazin Tatib, Lucas Searles, Emmeline Guyses, Jensen Basketer, Nate Uppington, Fraser Oliver, and Connor Fitzpatrick and Max Clark, provisional reserves. This one's cut up just a wee bit, Jackie, for you.
Yeah, we've got 7 swimmers in the first heat of event 223, the 100-metre backstroke for our 11 to 14-year-olds. In lane 1, we have Reva Wang, City of Glasgow, empty lane 2. Lane 3, Lucy Pirrie, Montrose. 4, Emmy Murray, University of Aberdeen Performance, the only 12-year-old in this field. Lane 5, Lexi Strachan from Ethan. And lane 6, Catalan Sutherland, Highland. Lane 7, Pippa Carey, Aberdeen.
Another seal in the water, Jackie.
Another seal in the water, yes. So let's have a look. This is a 100-metre backstroke. So at the turn there, Lexi Strachan, 53. Catalin Sutherland in behind her. Lucy Pirrie in third. Entry times are for the girls in these three girls all 1:18. So let's see whether there can be any split. But it is lane 5. Lexi Strachan, who is leading this, leading ahead of lane 6, Catalin Sutherland. Actually going to be your 1 and 2. Sure, where lane 3 may make a difference to that. Lucy Pirrie, the Montrose swimmer. Lucy takes third place. So Lexi Strachan takes first in a 1:17.04. Catalin Sutherland in a 1:18.36 and a 1:18.69 for our third place swimmer, Lucy Pirrie.
Nice PB
So it was
there
a 1:19.45 for the
girls.
12-year-old, wasn't it?
Yeah.
So sure, we're looking fastest there, but they're all competing in the same age category.
Yeah.
So
Mostly 13-year-olds and this one a few 12s. In the second of the 6 heats. Kivavik, Wonder Bass Club in 0. 1, Ellie Thompson, Shetland. 2, in Lethbridge, East Lothian Swim Team. 3 is Holly Walker, Cumbernauld. 4, Heidi Addison, South Lanarkshire. 5, Isabella Antketel. Pronounce that correctly. University of Aberdeen Performance. Susanna Scott in 6, Aberdeen. 7, Grace Taylor, Alpharetta. 8, Kayla Morrison, Stirling Swimming. 9, B. Harrison, Tynemouth. No, probably lane 8 and 6 out very smartly. Susanna Scott in 6, Kayla Morrison maybe shades it in lane 8. So coming down to the halfway mark. A little between them now. Well, the advantage just with lane 8. 36-35. So Kayla Morrison from Stirling still possibly with advantage, but now Susanna Scott comes through to take it up. The Aberdeen swimmer strikes the front. Well, there in lane 5 is Isabella Ackertill. Well, it's going to be Susanna who takes this one. Lanes 1 and 2 are going to be second and third. Ellie Thompson, Erin Leatherbridge. Susanna Scott 1:16.82. Ellie Thompson 1:17.86 and 1:18.18. Erin Leatherbridge. And that now on the screen as confirmed.
girls just get up to the block, the start for the beginning of heat 3. In lane 0, Taya Laidlaw, Dumfries. In lane 1, Lula Milne, City of Glasgow. Lane 2, Olivia Bowler, Heart of Midlothian. 3, Imogen Siebers, Bolthouse Penguins. 4, Louisa McNeish, South Ayrshire. Lane 5, Millie Sweeney, Derwent and Gateshead. Lane 6, Lillian Blair, Finns. Lane 7, Hazel Shue, Wren 96. Lane 8, Millie Whittock, Finns. And lane 9, Josephine Payton, City of Glasgow.
A little start, Jackie. Not much in it.
Josephine Payton, I think the City of Glasgow somewhere closer to me, possibly, but watch lane 0 and the Dumfries' Taya Laidlaw. She's right up there as well, coming through nicely in lane 4. Louisa McNeish, the South Ayrshire swimmer, as they go into the turn. Possibly the South Ayrshire swimmer does have that. She does. Louisa McNeish ahead of City of Glasgow's Lula Milne. And third place over the other side of the pool, Wren 96, Hazel Shree. They're all, there isn't much between the girls in lanes 0, 1, 2, 4. I think lane 4 now edging ahead. Louisa McNeish, she has the advantage. She had the advantage going into the to the turn there, and it is the South Ayrshire swimmer. She's coming under some pressure, however, but she's going to take this one. I think she does there, just in a time of 1:14.78, and she does so ahead of Olivia Bowler and Taya Laidlaw. Olivia's time 1:15.17 and a 1:15.36 for the Dumfries swimmer Taya Laidlaw.
And to the first of the three seeded heats. N0. Tamsin, Blowfield, Orkney. 1. Sarah McGuffey, City Glasgow. 2. Amy Rimmer, Bellsill Sharks. 3. Emily Taylor, South Lanarkshire. 4. Rebecca Malling, Bellsill Sharks. 5. Sophia McMahon, University of Aberdeen Performance. 6. Isabella Shaw from Best. 7. Ella McBrien from Kingston. 8. Hannah McMillan, North Ayrshire. And 9. Isabella Bater from Amersham. 1:10.06 to 1:15.60. Cracking start in lane 5. Sophia McMahon from University of Aberdeen Performance. Finalist at the summer meet. Time comes from the North District Championships where she was third. That's 1:10.55 and out very strongly indeed. 32.12 from Rebecca Malling. And Rebecca in 4 looks as though she's the one trying to put down a challenge. And an awful lot to try and do at this point. She just wants to ensure she's second and qualifies for the final this evening. But no doubt about who's going to take this one. Sophia McMahon, comfortable at the end. 1:10.61. I'll wait for that to be confirmed. Emily Taylor is, I think, third, 1:11.69. I'll just wait for those times to appear. Yeah, 1:08, an adjusted time. 1:08.92. Sophia McMahon, Rebecca Malling, 1:10.61. Emily Taylor was third in that. 1:11.61, I think it was.
And we move on to Heat 5, Lane 0, Ellie Carnegie from St Thomas. Lane 1, Emmeline Eales, Kingston Royals. Lane 2, Abby Crabe, University of Aberdeen Performance. Lane 3, Katie Aitchison, Warrender Baths. Lane 4, Abby Coventry, Morpeth. Lane 6, Megan Ferris, Cumbernauld. Lane 6, Eva Gordon, City of Glasgow. Lane 7, Olivia Begbie from Warrender Baths. Lane 8, Skye Petrie, Monifieth. And lane 9, Ava O'Neill, Carnegie. It's a good start there in lane 3. The Katie Aitchison from Warrender Baths. She did have that advantage at the early start, but they've come right back at her. And I think we're now looking at lane 2. Abby Crabe, the University of Aberdeen Performance swimmer, 14-year-old from that club. She's going to turn, she does indeed turn first ahead of Abby Coventry and Katie Aitchison. So it's still all really tight and all to play for, coming down to just over half a length to go now. With moving ahead and taking the lead, lane 4's Abby Coventry, the Morpeth swimmer in the red and white cap of Morpeth. Up alongside her in lane 3, Katie Aitchison, Warrender Baths. And it's anybody's guess at the moment for third place, but that is going to go to lane 2's Abby Crabe, the University of Aberdeen Performance. Abby Crabe got second there, ahead of Katie Aitchison. Just wait for this all to be confirmed, but Abby Coventry in a 1:10.75, Abby Crabe in a 1:12.10, and Katie Aitchison between them in third place in a 1:12.44. Just looking for the screen to clear and confirm those results for us. So it's a little bit of a delay, Robert, here, just confirming these results.
Might be a time, they're just checking.
must admit, I did think Abby Craig was third, but it was very tight there. And there it was, yes, an adjusted time.
Correct,
So
Jackie.
Abby Coventry in first, Katie Aitchison takes second, and Abby Craig in third, just as they adjusted the times there. And you'll see those about to appear
there
on the screen.
Yeah, adjusted time. Not hitting the pad hard enough, so they will use the backup time.
Well, I don't have to go to Specsavers there, Robert. I think calling that one right.
Well done. 0, Imogen Turner, East Lothian Swim Team. 1, Niamh Shields, South Lanarkshire. 2, Cara Broadley, Stirling Swimming. 3, Poppy McCready, Guildford City. Her teammate Maddie Marco in 4. Ella Russo, Renfrew Baths in 5. 6, Annie Hutchin from Stirling Swimming. 7, Anna Lapping from Mulgine Bears Den. 8, Robin Maxwell Dumfries. And 9, Annabelle Williams, Wonder Bass Club. Excellent start in 5 from Ella Russo, the the Renfrew Bass swimmer. Well there in 3 is Poppy McCready from Guildford City, and not far behind in 7, Annabelle Lapping. It's Carla Broadley also well there in 2. The leader at the moment is Ayla, 33.51. The rest are trying to come back at her. For the moment, about a body length advantage that Ayla Russo has over them. They're finishing extremely strongly are the girls in lanes 2 and 3. Carla Broadley and Poppy McCready. It's Ayla from Carla and Poppy. I think Ayla got it, but the touch was appalling from her. That's why it didn't register properly. We'll wait for our officials to confirm that. It was Ayla, 109.97 by 600s. She just held on, but it wasn't a very, very good finish with her arm to touch. 110.03 from Cara, and Poppy takes third, 110.21. Well, that was nearly how not to win a race.
It was indeed, yes. They've got to hit those pads. You've got to make sure that final stroke hits that with sufficient force to register that, isn't it?
Yeah, it might come down to the fact that she's not in that position very often and is not racing to win, but racing just to finish.
So we now move over to the 400 freestyle, male and open, 11 to 14-year-olds. We have, how many heats do we have of this? We have 4 heats of this for us this afternoon. This is heat 1. So just 4 swimmers go in this first heat. In lane 3, Cole Gray from Finns. Lane 4, Nikiforos Kalamakis, I think he's better known as Nicky, from City of Glasgow. Lane 5, Oliver Peel from Geary. And lane 6, Ethan King, we're in 96. I think we've seen Nicky already in the water this afternoon, haven't we, Robert?
Yeah.
Appeared earlier. I think it's got a fairly heavy programme over the 5 days here at Snags. And good to see the youngster giving it a go. I think he's just up for whatever he's qualified for, and he's quite happy to get in the water and give it a go. I think I'm right in saying that his mother used to swim quite highly over in Greece. Sorry, at quite a high level in Greece, and it would appear that she's possibly passed on the love of swimming on to her son. Anyway, back into the water, the pool, and it is lane 5, Oliver Peel, the Geary swimmer, the 13-year-old, leading ahead of City of Glasgow, Nicky Thorpe and Kalamakis. 2 boys will turn in 1 and 2. 109.05 for Oliver. 110.95 for Nicky, and third place was Ethan King in a 112.30. But it is the yellow cap there of Geary, Oliver Peel, leading now. So I'll give you the finalists for the 11 to 14 100-meter backstroke. Sorry, not 11 to 14, 11 to 13. Getting ahead of myself here.
Yeah.
So Maddie Markle, Emily Taylor, Megan Ferris, Emmeline Eales, Neve Shields, Taya Laidlaw, Millie Whittock, Josephine Paynton, Robin Maxwell, Susanna Scott, with the reserves, Lexi Strachan and Ellie Thompson. So the 14-year-old finalists, just coming up onto the screen for me now. And there's Sophia McMahon, Isla Russo, Cara Broadley, Poppy McCready, Rebecca Malling, Abby Coventry, Katie Aitchison, Abby Crabe, Amy Rimmer, Annie Hutchin, and our reserves are Annabelle Lapping and Isla McBrien. So Oliver Peel continues to lead from City of Glasgow's Nikki Kalamakis, Ethan King and Cole Gray in third and fourth. So I think our third and fourth swimmers are pretty much up alongside each other. Pretty close. They're in contact with Nikki, certainly, but our leader has clear water between himself and the rest of the field, Oliver Peel. So 200 metres completed, 2:27.26 for Oliver. He's got just under a 3-second lead from Nikki Kalamakis there in second place. So what can Nikki do about last 100 saw a split of 41 for Oliver and a 40, just under 41 for Nikki. So he's hopefully beginning to gain a little bit of ground, I think, and reel in our leader. But coming up alongside Nikki, they're in lane 6, Ethan King. So Nikki and Ethan, what can they do about our leader, Oliver Peel? So Oliver goes into 300 metres turn there, when a 3:48.46, a 40:20 for him as a split time, 40:23, so 39:40 for Ethan King there, the fastest of the three, and that allowed him to get up into second place ahead of Nikki Kalamakis. 40:23 was his last split there. So the field's proceeding down to the final turn of this first heat of the 400-metre freestyle. And it remains the yellow cap there of Oliver Peel, the Geary swimmer, leading the field. He's turning first there, 4:29.17, and it is Ethan King with second, 4:30.74, 4:31.88 for Nikki Kalamakis. Cole Gray, can he do anything to get himself up into the placings for this heat? Can Nikki respond to the challenge that he's had from Ethan King? Ethan King really swimming well in this last 50 metres. He's certainly challenging our leader. He's got to with half a body length, as does our leader, note that he's being challenged. Can he respond? I think he's going to hold. He is. He's just noticed what's happening on the other side of him. Bit of a faster finish there. Gets himself a 5:06.78 ahead of 5:07.94 for Ethan King and a 5:09.89 for City of Glasgow's Nikki Kalamakis. That was a nice heat there from the four boys.
Taster to get us underway.
Certainly, I think Oliver may well not have noticed the challenge until the closing stages there. He was breathing closer to us rather than the other side there, and when he did, he realised, and those legs started moving.
Yeah. So we move on to the second of the four heats. 0, Felix Broom, South Ayrshire 1, Kerr Martin, City Glasgow 2, Andrew Fernando, Warner Bastub 3, Guy Johnson, Heart of Midlothian 4 is Alec Jacovidis, Inverclyde 5, Glenn Geddes, University of Aberdeen Performance 6, Harry Stitchfield, Warner Bastub. In 7 we have Aidan Robson Burrell from Derwentside and Gateshead. 8, Elliot Winton, Money Fife, and 9, Peter Zavisky from City of Glasgow. Well, we have 2 30-year-olds to follow in the next heat and none in the final heat. So whoever wins this, Jackie, whoever wins this heat, not only wins the heat, but is guaranteed at least a bronze medal in the 12, 11 to 13-year-old age group category. Just the one 12-year-old in this, that's over in lane 9, Peter Sluzowski. Harry Stutchfield, 108.55, the early leader.
Yeah, Peter Slowski, the 12-year-old, along with his teammate Nicky Kalamakis, who swam in the previous heat. They were both members of the Junior Academy this year, in the West District. So nice to see the youngsters qualifying for that. So in the water, however, it's over in lane 6, isn't it? Robert Harry Stutchfield, I think, who has this. He does 1:45.58. Glenn Geddes and Alex Jacovides in behind him. So there's about 2 seconds between now first and second place swimmer, and the same again between second and third. Let's just watch now coming up alongside our third place swimmer. We've got lanes 2 and 3. It's the best way around to do it. Andrew Fernando and Guy Johnson. Swimming really well in lane 1 there is Felix Broom. See where they are at the halfway, the halfway mark.
Still the leaders going pretty steadily, although Glenn Geddes is just trying to up the ante here. The swimmers a little bit further back, third, fourth and fifth over on the far side. Peter Zalowski going nicely. And Alec Jacovides not that far back, along with lane 2, Andrew Fernando. There's a gap. It's just about 2 seconds. Harry from Glen. So we're coming down to the 300 mark. Certainly the race is beginning to develop quite significantly. Harry Stutchfield, Glenn Geddes. Just eating into that lead now. There's about a second and a third between them. Fair way back is Peter Slowski over in lane 9. At the moment, Harry still has about a half body length advantage coming towards the final turn. It's tightening up further. There's maybe half a body length between them. Well, there's less than a second. Harry 4:18.23, 4:19.15. Well, Harry's got work to do to keep Glenn at bay. Still no inroads being made, so he's doing well to hold on inside the final 10 metres. Glenn Geddes going to just have to settle for as fast a time as he can, because he's not going to catch the wonder swimmer. Harry takes that 4:52.75, 4:55.09 Glenn, and Peter third, 4:59.65. Very good swims, lads. Some excellent PBs to be had there.
And move on to heat 3, lane 0, Jack Handley, Ren 96, 1, Angus Donald, Warren de Baths, 2. That's the results confirmed on your screen for heat 2. We jumped ahead a little bit here. So lane 2, Cameron Jupe, University of Aberdeen Performance. Lane 3, Daniel Rose, Aberdeen. Lane 4, Nathan Zarel, Dumfries. 5, it's Rory Stevenson of Forth Valley Tridents. 6, Ross Winters, East Lothian. 7, Lewis Relly, South Ayrshire. 8, Jensen Basketer, City of Glasgow. And 9, Cameron Miller, North Ayrshire. So these are two 13-year-olds in the outside lanes. The rest are 14 compete. So this is the first batch of 14-year-olds competing for a place in tonight's final. The heat still to come is all 14 years of age. So these guys know they've got to do something pretty special to find themselves into the final. They're pretty close their times. 4:47 is the fastest, and a 4:45 is the slowest in the next heat. So there's every opportunity for our 14-year-olds here to find themselves coming back this evening with a chance of winning a medal. So into the pool. Let's go back into the pool and have a look and see what's happening. And it's lane 6, Ross Winters, the East Lothian swimmer, who has the advantage just over in the centre plane. Well, maybe lane 2. Nathan Zaral is in second place. In behind Ross Winter, the Dumfries swimmer, beg your pardon, Cameron Jupe, swimming there for the University of Aberdeen Performance, is in lane 2 and in third place after the first 100. So let's see. So there's 3 boys coming up, sort of pretty much in a line now. Lanes 6, 4, and 2. So Cameron Jupe, Ross Winters, Nathan Zarel, and it's Ross Winters leading ahead of Nathan, in turn leading ahead of Cameron. So no change there, but there's really nothing to split those boys. 140.94, 141.28. Going into the turn there. We're coming at the 150 meters mark. We're coming down to the halfway mark. A little bit of a split now, I think, as we've got lane 6. Ross Winters, just maybe a half a body length, but they are coming back at him and maintaining that pressure. Nathan Zarel there in the centre of the pool. He turns first ahead of Ross Winters. Cameron Duke just right in behind them. 2:16.97, 2:16.98, 100th of a second in it between our first and second place swimmers at the halfway mark. The University of Aberdeen. Yeah, Cameron Japp has got himself up now, right up alongside lane 4's Nathan Zarel, the Dumfries swimmer. I think these two will have the advantage going into the turn here, but let's not discount Cameron Jupe. Sorry, Ross Winters, he's in third now, so he's still in touch with the leaders, Nathan Zarel, Dumfries, Cameron Jupe, the University of Aberdeen Performance, Ross Winters, East Lothian. So that's your 3 boys leading this field. Not sure whether anybody can make any difference, but we've still got another 150 meters to go. As Nathan Zarel has now regained the advantage, he's going into the turn with just about half a body length, nothing to distinguish between Cameron Dupe and Ross Winters there. Cameron in second, Ross in third. 3:29.71 against a 3:30.12 for our second and third place swimmers. But it is the Nathan Zarel who has this. Dumfries swimmer entered on at 4:47.40, exactly the same time as Rory Stevenson. But Nathan Zarel, he's going to go into this turn, leading the field. Body length advantage now over lane 2's Cameron Duke. 4:04.49, 4:06.15. So Nathan is moving away. Ross Winters maintaining third place. Fourth, Angus Donald, but he's about 4 seconds off the pace. So our 1, 2 and 3 are going to come from Nathan Zarel, the Dumfries swimmer, moving away from the rest of the field. Battle for second place. At the moment, the advantage lies with Cameron Duke, the University of Aberdeen Performance swimmer, as in comes a Dumfries swimmer, finishing there in a time of... Oh, I need to wait for the time. There it is, 4:41.95. He did finish first, so that board's just sorting itself out now. 4:38.75, Cameron Dupe in a 4:41.05, and it was Ross Winters in third in a 4:42.99. We'll wait for that result to be confirmed.
Taking it, yeah.
And there we go, that's it confirmed. Dumfries swimmer first, Nathan Zarell, Cameron Dupe, and Ross Winters in third. So nice heat there, lads, to before we move on to the final heat of this event, 224.
So we move on to, as Jackie says, the final heat. These are all 14-year-olds, so the gold medal, silver and bronze ought to come from this one. 0 is Ethan Pate, Finns. 1, Yasin Hattab, Dumfries. 2, Daniel Latham, Cumbernauld. 4, Adam Gibson, Geary, Julian O'Croy, and 4 from Delting. 5, Sam Ruff, City Glasgow. 6, Charlie Braid, Ren 96. 7, Brogan Smith, Glen Rothes. 8, Ed Pearson, Isle of Man, and 9, Struan Henry, Dumfries. Well, 4:29 through to 4:45 are their entry times, and this could be close. At the moment, Julian out extremely strongly with an entry time that's best part of 2 seconds plus faster than Sam Ruff. That time was when he got the bronze medal at the North District Long Course Championships. So already out very smartly indeed. Brogan Smith has already got 2 gold medals. Going very nicely over on the far side. East District silver medalist is Brogan in this. Daniel Latham going very nicely now into second place, the Cumbernauld swimmer. He's about a body length off the leader. So far it's Julian still with the advantage. West District champion and bronze medalist in this last year's silver medalist at the summer meet, Daniel Latham, has closed that gap down to just over a second, with Brogan still at the moment third. Sam Ruff trying to get himself into the mix. He's now gone third, the City Glasgow swimmer. But our leader, maybe that lead just possibly being clawed back a very minor fraction here for Daniel. Yeah, he's taken about another half a second, and we're down to about a second now. Sam Ruff also making significant headway in lane 5, so it could be all to play for with 100 to go. Julian perhaps is just making sure he's got plenty left in the tank. He'll be hoping that's the case. Adam Gibson a long way back, trying to get into the mix. And our leader, 35.51. Split 35.50 for Daniel, 35.50 for Sam. Well,
there goes Daniel now, look. Beginning to wind it up now, isn't he?
But Daniel Latham makes his move in 2. Does Julian see that from where he is?
Julian's breathing to the other side, Robert.
Someone on his side, Samuel Ruff. But if he's not looking, he's only breathing on 2 and he's looking at the other side, he won't see the danger. He will see it now. And it's all to play for down the final stretch. Sam Ruff from City Glasgow, as Jackie says, just has come through very strongly indeed. And he's going to take this one. Sam Ruff powering through. City of Glasgow swimmers nailed this one perfectly. Might be tight for third. But it's Sam Ruff, Julie Knockraw and Daniel Letham. Adam Gibson left it far too late to get himself back in the mix. Gary Swimmer needed to be nearer with 100 to go. You saw him flying 31.73, but left it just too late. But half a second outside a medal. Well done to Sam. Very nice swim, 4:28.83. He will be...
Timed that beautifully, didn't he, Robert?
Medalist, yeah. And Ethan Pate from Finns completes. So well done to Sam. Nicely swam. Well done to all those three guys. So it's I am now for the girls, Jackie.
It is indeed,
Four
yes.
heats ahead of us.
400 IM for females, yeah, as Robert says, we've got 4 heats.
Some swimmers again in the water for their third swim, Jackie.
They are indeed, yes, some of them doing some of the, the big distances as
well.
well.
Isabella Bater from Amersham
in
lane 3, swim number 3.
So in heat 1, in lane 0, Casey Crisp, South Lanarkshire. 1, Erin Lethbridge, East Lothian. 2, Reva Wang, City of Glasgow. 3, Isabella Baker, Amersham. 4, Veronica Kariuki, East Lothian. 5, Evie Clark, Trojan. 6, Ayla Wilson, Perth City. 7, Katalin Sutherland from Highland. 8, Natalie McKellar, Warren de Baths. And 9, Lillian Blair from Finns. So they start with the butterfly. And it's Katalin Sutherland, the Highland swimmer, who had that ahead of City of Glasgow's Reva Wang, and in turn ahead of Perth City's Ayla Wilson. It's Reva Wang and Katalin Sutherland who are leading this.
And welcome to Trojan Evie Clark in lane 5, club from Whitburn in West Lothian. I don't think they've had any run in the pool so far. If they have, my apologies, but we'll wish Evie and all the girls good luck in this one.
So Katalin Sutherland leads ahead of City of Glasgow's Reva Wang, 1:19.63 and against a 1:20.11. So really nothing in between, nothing to split the two girls leading the field. And it's Evie Clark in third place there. Evie, the Trojan swimmer. Robert's just been speaking about that club. He will be the first swimmer from there that swimming here at this meet. So they make up to the turn for the halfway mark of the backstroke, and it will be City of Glasgow's, no, it's not City of Glasgow's Reva Wang, it's still Katalin Sutherland, 2:06.50, 2:07.28 for Reva Wang. So the previous event 224, was a heat declared winner. So in the 11 to 13-year-old age groups, we're looking for the following medalists to make their way to the podium. Presentation, I think, will take place after the conclusion of the individual swims, the 400 IM. So we're looking for, in bronze medal position, Cameron Miller, North Ayrshire. Silver medal, Harry Stutchfield, Warren de Baths, and gold, Jack Handley, Ren 96. The 14-year-olds, bronze medal goes to Ross Winters, East Lothian. Silver to Cameron Dupe, University of Aberdeen Performance. And it's Dumfries' Nathan Zaral who takes gold medal. and will be the Scottish National Age Group Champion, as indeed will Jack Handley. My apologies, I should have mentioned that there. So let's have a look back in the pool, and it is lane 5.
The Trojan swimmer.
The Trojan swimmer, who has made the move and using her breaststroke to gain advantage over, I think second place belongs to Ayla Wilson, I beg your pardon, the Perth City swimmer. Third place probably is Kathleen Sutherland from Highland. She's leading ahead of Reva Wang in 4th place, and it is so Evie Clark, the Trojan swimmer, really using her skills in breaststroke to get to gain the advantage here in this second heat, the very first heat of this event. I do apologise, but let's watch lane 9. Lillian Blair,
Motoring.
Finn swimmer. She is really motoring down this last length with her breaststroke. I don't know whether Evie Clark knows that she's there, but Evie still has the advantage, just about 2/3 of her body length of an advantage as we go into the final transition for Evie. So she is leading ahead to 4:34.36, leading ahead of Lillian Blair, 4:35.56, and third place is Ayla Wilson, the Perth City swimmer, in a time of 4:38.80 there. So into the freestyle, the last stroke of this 400 IM. And that's a lovely lead that our Trojan swimmer has. Looked like she might have been challenged a little bit by Lillian Blair there, but into the freestyle, and no, she's moving away from the rest of the field. She'll go into the final turn just now, doing so in a 5:12.89. Second place over there in lane 9 is Lillian Blair, 5:17.29, and Ayla Wilson in a 5:18.52 in third. So I think, but possibly we're going to see a little bit of a challenge for second place. First place, I think, almost certainly will go to the Trojan swimmer Evie Clark as she comes down to within 15 metres of finishing now. But there is a battle going on for second place. Ayla Wilson, Perth City swimmer, she now has that advantage for second as Evie Clark comes in to finish in a 5:51.47. Ayla Wilson in a 5:55.74, and it's Lillian Blair, the Finn swimmer, who takes third place in a 5:57.24. It was a nice first heat for us there, as we saw the strengths of the breaststroke of our winner Evie Clark take the lead and build on that in the last 200 metres.
Just inside our entry time, as was third place swimmer from Finn's Lillian Blair. A nice swim from Evie. Not many swimmers, Jackie, from West Lothian taking part so far. It's a good one from Bathgate, a few from Faulthouse. Haven't come across Broxburn. I might miss Broxburn and Livingston, but I think that was the first from Trojan.
Not that I've seen.
Yeah, it's one
Robert
of our
over
bigger,
the last day and a half.
bigger counties, but nice to see Evie take that heat. Ilse Chan from South Lanarkshire in 0. Heidi Shaw, round 96 in 1. Katie Salmon from Poole in lane 2. 3, Olivia Begbie, Warner Bass Club. 4, Ella Craig, round 96. 5, Eva O'Neill, Carnegie. 6, Phoebe Simpson, Geary. 7 is Grace Taylor, Alphadota. And 8, Belle Adamson from Carnegie. And 9, Emma Patterson, City Glasgow. 4:45.2 to 4:49.86 are the entry times in this one. So hopefully when we get some of them challenging the 4:40 mark. And nice to see a Scottish or a swimmer from the south of England, from Poole and Dorset, coming up and taking part in this event. Katie Salmon. At the Dorset meet recently, so hopefully she'll have an enjoyable swim. Phoebe Simpson, 1:14.51, a very strong butterfly for the Geary swimmer. 6 at North Districts. And, now into the backstroke for them all. Grace Taylor in second, Ella Craig in third, and close behind Ella, Olivia Begbie, and not far off that, Ava O'Neill. And over on the far side, Emma Patterson, trying to stick with them. And Phoebe Simpson, a 44.63, no one yet making any real inroads in that. Significant moves. Things may well change when we get down to the halfway mark and transition onto the breaststroke. But Phoebe Simpson from Geary, knowing the qualities of what the coach teams do there, she would probably have a pretty reasonable breaststroke. And Grace Taylor, Alpha daughter, just 12. She's the youngest competitor in this one. And at the moment, Phoebe didn't really lose anything. If anything, she maybe gained a little bit more. Halfway mark. As an advantage of about 4.5 seconds over Grace Taylor and Ella Craig from Ren 96, a fair way back in third. Well, breaststroke is where it can all change, but it's not changing very much, other than Grace Taylor maybe closing on the lead and the rest with an awful lot to do. It's looking quite good for Phoebe at the moment, Jackie.
It certainly is, isn't it? The field is pretty much spread out. So she just needs to keep this going, doesn't she?
That's threatening her. Ella Craig also now at last beginning to get going. She is the fastest on paper in this heat. And the Rent swimmers making a wee move now. And if she wants to put a marker down, she's got to get past Grace Taylor, who's looks as though she might be in the lead by the time we get to the freestyle, and she certainly had an excellent breaststroke and gone past Phoebe. And she's going to probably be a good body length clear when we get to the freestyle section. Ella Craig with a heck of a lot to try and do to claw back on the leader now. 4:25.88, 4:27.76, almost 2 seconds, and almost another couple of seconds further back, 4:29.42. That's where the 1, 2, 3 is going to come for. But
look at that lead that
Grace Taylor's not going to get caught now. A great swim from the youngster.
And here comes Ella Craig. She's now into second place there, Robert, I think.
Yeah, she left it far too late though to put in a determined challenge on Grace. Ella Craig, West District champion, but she's nowhere going to catch this young 12-year-old from Alford. Cracking swim from Grace. Entry time that she's in this is 5:46.6.
And she's still winding it up, Robert, as we're coming to the closing stages.
Let's hope she gets under 5:40. She deserves it.
I think she could just about.
Yeah, well done.
There you
Great
go.
swim. Oh, delighted for her. 5:39.97. Well done, Grace. Ella Craig shouldn't be too disheartened. She got inside her entry time, Jackie, after a very slow start, 4:45.53. So the Wren team should be pleased with how their wee lasses swam. Phoebe Simpson, our long-time leader, finishing in third. Well done, Grace. Cracking PB, and she's just 12.
Wow. Was indeed a very good race. And this is heat 3. Lane 0, Sarah McGuffey, City of Glasgow. Lane 1, Anna Jackson, Kinross. Lane 2, Robin Maxwell, Dumfries. 3, Emily Taylor, South Lanarkshire. 4, Katie Ray, Geary. 5, Sky Petrie, Monifieth. 6, Olivia Davis, Midlothian. Lane 7, Libby Tweedy from Geary. Lane 8, Ellie Brown, Fold House. And lane 9, Amy Rimmer. So we've got sharks, penguins, otters and seals, I think, in this heat then, Robert, have we?
Sorry?
So we've got, just to run through all the wet again, sharks, penguins, otters and seals.
Yes, we've penguins, otters and seals, but we've also got a shark. It's a dangerous combination.
Bellshill shark, oh my goodness gracious me. So it's Sky Petrie who has taken this out, the Monifieth swimmer, leading ahead of Katie Ray, and in turn ahead of Amy Rimmer over there in lane 9.
And of course, if we'd gone back 10 years, we'd have had a dolphin in the water as well.
Who would that have been? Dumfries.
Yeah,
Dumfries,
exactly.
yes,
Yeah.
Yeah, they changed from Dumfries Dolphins to...
No, we've no seals. Monifieth are not, it's Montrose.
Oh, beg your pardon, right. Well, they began with an M, so...
Yeah. And it was the same neck of the woods, to be fair.
Oh, right,
Midlands
okay.
District.
Well, I perhaps can
Midlands
pardon my own
District.
confusion
Yeah.
then. So, Sky Petrie.
For Monifieth in the Midlands with the advantage.
Thank you very much. Monifieth, the Midlands District. There, Sky Petrie leading, and she's leading ahead of Katie Ray from Geary. In turn, Emily Taylor, the South Lanarkshire swimmer. Yeah. As we've spoken about before, South Lanarkshire, a composite club, entering here. And I think Emily Taylor swims for, let's say, Lanark?
Emily Taylor.
Not too sure. Not too sure.
Yeah, I'm not certain.
Backstroke up into the turn there at the far end.
It might be Skilbride, Jackie, but
it might be. Oh,
I could be wrong.
Apologies if I've got it wrong.
But, the Midlands.
So lane 5.
Silver medalist.
Sky Petrie continuing to lead Katie Ray and Emily Taylor. Your 1, 2, and 3. 4th place, we'll see Amy Rimmer over in lane 9. 5th, Olivia Tweedy in lane 7. Olivia Davis in lane 6 in 6th place. So Sky Petrie coming up nicely, and alongside her we see Emily Taylor, the South Lanarkshire swimmer. I think she may well go into the turn here with the advantage. She will, just about half a body length and into the breaststroke. So 3 girls at the front of the pack. Emily Taylor, Sky Petrie, Katie Ray could well come down to their strengths in breaststroke. So it is the South Lanarkshire swimmer, Emily Taylor leading ahead of Geary's Katie Ray and Monifieth's Sky Petrie. Coming up alongside Emily Taylor, we can see the Geary swimmer, Katie Ray, pushing each other on nicely there as they go into the... And I got it right. Emily Taylor does indeed swim for Lanark. Well done, me.
Well done, Jackie.
Thank you, Robert. And turning first there, and just again the advantage ahead of Emily Taylor now is the Geary swimmer, beg your pardon, Katie Ray. And look at that lead she's beginning to build up now there in lane 4. Not sure Emily Taylor can find anything to respond to that. We're watching Amy Rimmer, Bellshill Shark, over in lane 9. She just has the advantage for 3rd place. Need to watch lane 7, however. Libby Tweedy for the Geary swimmer, also in that blue cap. She's coming up alongside Amy Rimmer, possibly has the advantage for 3rd place. So it is Katie Ray, Emily Taylor, Libby Tweedy, your 1, 2, and 3, going into the final, transitioning to the freestyles, the final 100 meters of this 400 IM for the girls this afternoon. Coming up, so it's really
Well, here's hoping she can get under 5:30, Jackie. She's got into a 5:32.96, which was when she was bronze medalist at the North District age groups.
Fantastic. Robin Maxwell, the Dumfries swimmer, had a good transition there into freestyle, and she's up and challenging certainly for third place. Turning first, however, it is the Geary swimmer, Katie Ray. Emily Taylor, South Lanarkshire, in second place. Let's look at third place, Libby Tweedy. They're in lane 7. It is Anna Jackson in lane 1, I beg your pardon, swimming in fourth place. Now, fifth is Sky Petrie.
Emily Taylor swimming for a medal,
really,
Jackie.
Emily Taylor looking for medals here. As in comes the leader, Katie Ray. Emily Taylor will finish second, and there is a huge big battle in behind them going on for third place. Lanes 0, 1 and 9 all battling there, and it went to Amy Rimmer, the Bells Hill Shark swimmer, over there in lane 9, and just touching out Sarah McGuffey and Anna Jackson.
5:35.08 in second place. Emily Taylor, fastest in that heat for the two 13-year-olds. So there are 2 more to come, Jackie, but she's guaranteed a bronze.
She's guaranteed a bronze. She
so
certainly
well done
is.
to Emily, swimmer from Lanark, as you correctly said, representing South Lanarkshire. Our final individual event heat this afternoon is heat 4 of our 400 metres individual medley. 0, we've City Glasgow's Eva Gordon. 1, Eve Palmer, Forth Valley Tridents. 2, Katie Aitchison, Wanderbass Club. 3, Eva Smith, Geary. Our teammate Millie Serrell, who was very dominant earlier on this afternoon, goes in lane 4. 5, Abby Coventry from Morpeth. 6, Gracie Brooke from the Hamilton Aquatics team. 7, Maddie Hoole, Wanderbass Club. 8, Lola Milne, City Glasgow. And 9, Sophia Anderson from Tynemouth. The two 13-year-olds are Eve Palmer in lane 1 and Gracie Brooke in lane 6. At the moment, Millie Serrell will be the hot favourite. Entry time of 5:09.77, which is almost 8 and a bit seconds faster than Abby Coventry, and around about 11 seconds faster than Eva Smith. It's Eva Smith and Millie Serrell at the moment. Katie Aitchison in 2 in the mix, along with Abby Coventry, the Morpeth swimmer. Eve Palmer in 4th and Gracie Brooke in 8th. They're in lanes 1 and 6 respectively, the two 13-year-olds. At the moment, Millie Serrell just about 2 seconds clear. So in the backstroke section, Eve Palmer in 5th, Gracie Brooke in 8th. See that pink cap on the near side, the 13-year-old Eve Palmer. A bit further back is Gracie Brooke, but our leader in the older age group is Millie Serrell. Transition from back to breast, and this is where Millie Serrell will probably move away from them all. Eva Smith and Katie Aitchison will potentially be contesting 2nd and 3rd here. Abby Coventry trying to get back on terms in 5. And behind them, Eve Palmer 5th, Gracie Brooke 6th, the two 13-year-olds. Well, our leader Jackie Looks pretty comfortable now.
She does indeed, doesn't she? Millie's turning there 3:13.33, just about all the threes. So she's got a 5.5 second lead over second place Ava Smith now, and she's looking very comfortable there.
At the moment, very much looks like it's potentially a geary 1-2.
It is, with I think the battle going on for third place, isn't there?
Abby Coventry and Katie Aitchison contesting that. Abby Coventry's now, with a very good breaststroke, got herself, I won't say comfortably into third, but she's looking good for bronze. But Ava Smith is going to have to settle for a silver behind her teammate, Millie Searle, who has this wrapped up. Eve Palmer, I think at the moment, is the leading 13-year-old. Ava Smith and Abby Coventry chasing Millie Searle, Katie Aitchison. Well, the other two girls behind, Eve Palmer about 6 seconds clear of Gracie Brooke.
Final heat and gold medal and
And Millie Searle, she'll probably come in around about the 9:08 mark. A very strong finish. Her entry time is 5:09. It's going to be pretty close to that, Jackie.
It certainly looks like it, doesn't it, as we keep an eye
Just
on the
depends
clock
how,
as she's
how
coming
much
in.
is left in the tank, whether she gets a little bit inside that or not.
She may well do
Well,
here.
yeah, she's done all the hard work, and it's virtually on her entry time.
On her entry time, yeah. Good swim by Millie there.
Improves by 400ths. Ava takes silver with a very nice improved time. Abby Coventry virtually on her entry time takes the bronze. Katie Aitchison misses out. Eve Palmer will be the 13-year-old champion. Maddie finishing in 7th place. Gracie 6th place. Gracie, I think when that caption changes, will be 7th, so she'll get the bronze medal, perhaps. Because 5:35.08 was the time that Emily Taylor did. So we'll confirm all that in a wee minute. I'm pretty sure that Emily Taylor will now, with the time from the previous heat, be the silver medalist in the 13-year-old category. Just waiting for everybody just to confirm that result. A few touches that might just not be spot on. There we are. Millie Searle, Ava Smith, Abby Coventry. That's your 3 14-year-olds. Eve Palmer in 5th place is, or should be the top on that one. So we can confirm Eve Palmer, Emily Taylor, Gracie Brooke. That's the 13-year-old 1, 2, 3. And Millie Searle, Ava Smith, Abby Coventry. That's the 14-year-old 1, 2, 3. So well done to these girls. I'll do presentations for that very, very shortly. Brian Dalglish, the South Ayrshire coach.
Next up for you,
he will be doing the honours for us.
Presentations of the medals for the male and open 11 to 14 years 400 metres freestyle. And our medals are going to be presented by Brian Dalglish, coach at South Ayrshire Swim Team. A bronze medalist in the 11 to 13 year age group is Cameron Miller, North Ayrshire.
Cameron Miller, North Ayrshire, the gold medalist, sorry, the bronze medalist.
In 14-year age group,
13-year-old.
Daniel Letham.
14-year-old Daniel Letham, yeah.
Yep, bronze medalist in the 40-year-old category.
And your silver medal winners in the 11 to 13 year age group from the Warren Baths Club, Harry Stutchfield.
Harry's touchlift. Rwanda Bass is the 11-30-year-old silver medalist. And it's the silver medalist in the 14-year-olds. Julian O'Croy from Delton Dolphins. Jack Handley, Rain 96, is the gold medalist and Scottish National Age Group champion in 11-30-year-old category. And in the 40-year-old age group, gold medalist and Scottish National Age Group champion from City of Glasgow, Sam Roth. We did have a Dolphin earlier, Delting.
Delting, yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Yes, So here we go. Just photographs being taken there of our medalists. And we will move on to the medal presentation for event 225, the 400-meter IM, just shortly. The boys just moving off of the podium there with the photographs being taken. And we're now looking for the girls to get themselves up onto the podium. So please welcome. So welcome up onto the podium now. We do have the medalists for the 400-meter IM. So presentations being made by Colin Martin. Midlothian Swim Club, that's Club of the Year this year. So bronze medal in the 11 to 13-year-old goes to Gracie Brook of Hamilton Aquatics.
Well done, Gracie.
That's two.
We probably didn't realise that...
No, there's a joint silver medalist there.
There's a
so
joint.
Gracie just moves over.
Yeah, that's nice to see that. Yeah.
So bronze medal in the 14-year age group goes to Abby Coventry of Morpeth.
Yeah, it must have been an
silver
adjusted time,
medalist.
Jackie. That's why. That's good. Nice to see them both get silvers.
So
well done, girls.
And your gold medalists and Scottish National Age Group champions in the 11 to 13 age group representing Forth Valley Tridents, Eve Palmer.
So representing Forth Valley Tridents, the gold medal winner is Eve Palmer, Scottish National Age Group champion. Presented with her medals there. Just in a wee moment. And in the 14-year-old age group, representing Geary is Millie Searle. Ava Smith Geary takes the silver medal. So it's Millie Searle takes the gold medal and is Scottish National Age Group champion. I didn't mention the two silver medalists there, joint silver medalists in the 11 to 13-year age group, and my apologies. Gracie Brook representing Hamilton Aquatics and Emily Taylor representing South Lanarkshire. So well done to all the girls there. And that concludes all of the individual swimming for this afternoon.
Yeah, nice to see Colin doing the presentations from Midlothian. It's one of the smaller clubs that produce some cracking swimmers over the years. He does a great job.
So it's relays,
it's relays.
Relays,
yeah.
Robert.
Oh dear, oh
dear.
dear.
Oh.
Does that mean we get excited again, Jackie?
Well, these are 100 metres, so I'll possibly get the transfer right this time.
Yes, yeah.
Got a little bit carried away this morning. So this is heat 1 of 2. In lane 2 goes Stirling Swimming. Lane 3, Brock. Lane 4, City of Glasgow. Lane 5, Glenrothes. 6, East Lothian. 7, Carnegie. Stirling Swimmers, Kayla Morrison in the first leg here. Brock represented by Abby May. City of Glasgow, Emma Burrell. Glenrothes, Lucy Holmes. East Lothian, Branna Kenny. And Carnegie, Juliana Payne. So it's Stirling Swimming who has a good lead, good start there. Nearly 2 seconds ahead of Carnegie in second place. East Lothian in third. at this early stage of this 4x100 metre freestyle. What a great start for Sterling Swimming. It's Kayla Morrison there, as I said, in the water for them, and she's moving away from the rest of the field, getting their team into a really good place. Kayla Morrison will come up and hand over to Sylvie Mitchell, I beg your pardon. And then it's Carnegie, Juliana Payne, who'll hand over to Hannah Taylor. They go into the water second. East Lothian, we see Evie Fraser now in the water for them. Glenn Rothis in 4th place. Casey Cook. City of Glasgow's Amelia Surrey and Brock's Daisy Black now in the water for their teams. But it is Sterling Swimming who have a substantial lead. Lane 6, East Lothian, Evie Fraser. I've got the team up in 2nd place as they go into the halfway of the 100 metres. Each of the girls will do. And it's Sterling Swimming there in 1:42. Just under a 3-second lead from East Lothian. City of Glasgow up in 3rd place. That's Amelia Surrey. Now swimming for City of Glasgow. So Sterling Swimming still in the lead. Sylvie Mitchell is closing the gap a little bit now on Sterling Swimming. Is East Lothian, Evie Fraser up into 3rd. We see Carnegie with Hannah Taylor. City of Glasgow coming back, however, as into the water for Sterling Swimming goes Lois Chisholm. Into the water for East Lothian goes Celia Blair. In for City of Glasgow goes Josephine Payton. In for East Lothian, sorry, I've already said Celia Blair. Glenn Rothis, Ella Lamont. Sterling Swimming, we've got Lois Chisholm, Morven Baird for Brock. And Ava Swarbrick for Carnegie. So what a swim by Sterling Swimming. Moving through the water really nicely. A lovely lead for them. 2:54, 2:59 for East Lothian at the turn there. So Sterling Swimming, they are the ones to hunt down. City of Glasgow firmly up into 3rd place now. 4th place looks like it lies either side of City of Glasgow with Brock and Glenn Rothis. Coming in now to hand over to the final swimmer for their team. Florence Henderson taking over from Lois Chisholm for Sterling Swimming. In they go, 3:33.10. East Lothian, 3:37.14. So there's really no inroads into the gap. But look at East Lothian go now, as in the water for them is Erin Lethbridge over there in lane 6. Coming up really nicely, City of Glasgow, Reva Wang, taken over from Josephine Payton. In the water for Glen Rothis, we have Sylvie McNichol. In the water for Brock, we have Alex Strachan and Sophie Taylor for Carnegie. So in at the turn, it's Sterling Swimming, but look at that. That gap has really closed. 4:09 against a 4:10. East Lothian are really making inroads into that, and it looks like they are succeeding. I think the advantage it does, it lies with East Lothian now. What can Sterling Swimming do to respond? They've had such a fantastic swim up until now. Can they hold on to 2nd place? City of Glasgow coming through really quickly now there in the middle of the pool. But this first heat of this relay belongs to East Lothian. Swimming there in lane 6. Sterling Swimming managed to hang on to 2nd. And City of Glasgow take 3rd. That was really exciting in that final leg there, Robert. With an overturn in the results, it certainly looked like it was all pretty done and dusted for Sterling Swimming, but they hadn't bargained on the final swimming for East Lothian, who really did her job there. Did her job well and truly. Lovely win for East Lothian. Sterling Swimming in 2nd and City of Glasgow 3rd.
Teams that are going to come into this one with a faster time. We'll see how this one develops. University of Aberdeen performance in 0. Mulgine Beerstein in 1. Wanderbass in 2. Cumbernauld in 3, South Lanarkshire 4, Geary 5, Dumfries 6, Wren 96 in 7, Shetland in 8, and the Highland Swim Team in 9. South Lanarkshire entry time is 4:20.60, about 10 seconds faster than the Geary. But it's what you do in the water today. Very nice start from Megan Ferris. Got the purple cap of Cumbernauld that we're now getting used to, Jackie.
We are indeed.
Gillis for South Lanarkshire in lane 4, Geary in lane 5 and 6 Dumfries. So it's very close as we're getting to the first 50. Megan Ferris, Beth Gillis, Lara West for Cumbernauld, South Lanarkshire, Geary are actually touched 31.53 from South Lanarkshire and Cumbernauld. Well, it looked like Cumbernauld were in the lead, but that's not how the board showed it. But as far as I'm concerned, it's Cumbernauld, South Lanarkshire, Geary and Dumfries, with Wren 96 a little bit further back. So it's very tight between Cumbernauld and South Lanarkshire. Cumbernauld, Orla McLaren, Casey Crisp, Ailsa McPherson for the Geary team, and Dumfries, Tia Laidlaw, Laurie Johnson for Wren. And at the moment, really storming down in lane 6. Tia Laidlaw for Dumfries. They've taken it up from South Lanarkshire, Cumbernauld, and not far behind is Geary. And at the moment, Tia has got Dumfries in a nice wee lead of about a second from South Lanarkshire, Cumbernauld and Geary. University of Aberdeen Performance, Isabella Anquetil trying to get them into the mix as well, but the Dumfries team now being challenged. Got a lane further back, Casey Crisp trying to put in a determined effort to get them closer to Dumfries. So Dumfries with the advantage over South Lanarkshire. Not much between the two. Ruby Gordon goes in for them. Ailsa Chan for South Lanarkshire. Holly Walker for Cumbernauld. Summer Taylor goes for University of Aberdeen for Portmans.
So it's still South Lanarkshire. Dumfries leading there. South Lanarkshire have come right back at Dumfries.
They have indeed,
here.
Jackie.
Dumfries are going to not Dumfries, I beg your pardon. South Lanarkshire turning first ahead of Dumfries. Reverse of fortunes.
Yeah, it's very tight. Dumfries just dropping back into second. Cumbernauld still well there in third. Warrington a long way back and forth. At the moment, the medals look to be going west. It's South Lanarkshire, Dumfries, Cumbernauld, well clear of the rest. You really, at the moment, can't see past medals for those three teams unless Warner can pull something out. South Lanarkshire have Emily Taylor already on the podium. Alexa Scott for Dumfries, Phoebe McLaughlin for Cumbernauld, Lexi Crosby and Olivia Cairns for Warner Bass, and also for Mulgine Bearsden and Warner respectively. But at the moment, it's all done and dusted. South Lanarkshire have got this one nailed on. Well clear. Emily Taylor is going to bring them home to get the gold. Dumfries and Cumbernauld, very little between those two. It's very tight indeed. Cumbernauld have now come through to take it up for second. They've got the silver medal ahead of Dumfries, but no doubt who's going to take this one, Jackie, by some margin. South Lanarkshire storming down to take this one. Cumbernauld in second, quite a way bit back. Cumbernauld 4:23.35. Well done, Emily, bringing them home. Cumbernauld, Phoebe McLaughlin brings them into second, 4:32.72. And Dumfries, Alexa Scott gets them on the podium in third place, 4:36.31. Great swimming there, girls, and well done to South Lanarkshire. We'll wait for that to be confirmed though, just in case there's been anything dodgy with the takeovers. There we have it, South Lanarkshire. Congratulations to them, 4:23.35. Cumbernauld, their silver medalist, 4:30.72. And it stays in the west for all medals. Dumfries, 4:36. What a finish, Jackie.
It was indeed. It was fantastic. A lovely finish to the afternoon's racing.
And thanks for taking over part of the way through there. I was choking halfway through that third takeover.
Yeah, not at all. It's all the excitement there, Robert.
It is indeed, yeah.
Yeah, no. So there we go.
Karen Kelly, I think, might be doing presentations. I'm not sure. Karen?
Looks like it. Karen Kelly, the Lanark coach.
Is
I
it
got
OB
that right.
or CBE?
Oh, my goodness me. Yes.
She's certainly got a gong of some sort for her many years in the coaching. Yeah, it's an MBA. Yeah. I think she was awarded about a year or so back for the many years she does coaching that little club down in Lanark, and it's
yeah. How many years has she coached? In excess of
50
years. Certainly over 50. Yes.
Which is
so lovely to see.
You and I, Jackie.
Well, there you go, hey, but well deserved award for her, the MBE, and it's lovely to see they're having the opportunity to present medals here this afternoon, particularly when South Lanarkshire are going to take the gold.
Yeah, and 26 points for the team with the relay.
So here we go. This is the presentation for the 4x100 metre freestyle. And we welcome onto the podium in third place, bronze medalist Dumfries with Robin Maxwell. I'll just wait until they all get themselves up onto the podium before we start detailing as Karen Kelly moves forward to take the medals and present them to Dumfries, Robin Maxwell, Taya Laidlaw, Ruby Gordon, and Alexa Scott. Great swim there by the girls to finish off the afternoon. It was indeed a very exciting relay race with, I think certainly in the middle of it, we weren't too sure where the winners were going to come from. So, and silver medalists, Cumbernauld, Megan Ferris, Ola McClernon, Holly Walker, Phoebe McLaughlin.
The jury's out on that purple gear, I'm afraid, Jackie.
Not too sure.
No, not too sure. The pale green was nice.
Maybe Cumbernauld should consult you in future then before they change. And the gold medal goes to South Lanarkshire team, Beth Gillis, Casey Crisp, Elsa Chand, Emily Taylor. Lovely to see Karen having the opportunity to present medals to the team that her own club is part of. You'll see on the back of her top, South Lanarkshire Swimming. So great job, girls, and congratulations. And we thank you to Karen for taking the time to present the medals for us. So that's us. We're concluding session 2 this afternoon.
5.
We're back to the back for the finals.
Oh, you're back tonight on the.
I'm back on here, I think, with a guest presenter.
Please come back and join Jackie for finals this evening, session 6, 5:10 if you can. So from Jackie Smith and myself, Robert Taylor, thanks for joining us at Aberdeen Sports Village.
Thank you very much, and safe journey home if you're leaving us this afternoon.